It's time to talk a
Oh
little bit
boy.
about Venom and the
Mm.
Multiverse Boogaloo.
Mm.
You know,
I hope you put the spoiler warning at the start of the show again.
spoilers. We're talking spoilers, Venom.
that was
Look,
that was a no.
does it even matter? Because all anybody
No,
talks
because everyone
about,
knows it.
and it's the only thing everybody talks about. Nobody actually talks about
Yeah.
the rest of the movie.
That's the funny thing about it, though.
That's because there's nothing to talk about, dude. It's literally the first one, but red.
Yeah.
It's
So
just as aggressively mid as the first one.
yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, look, he's in the MCU now, or something that's the MCU. We'll see how they handle. They put it on Feige's lap and said, "You figure out this problem now." And it's like, oh no. And
see, my thing with this, right? I'm not convinced he's in it permanently.
mm-hmm.
I think this is a one and done. And I say that because they set up something in his reality. Spoilers, they set up toxin. It's clearly toxin. Everyone knows it's toxin.
It's toxin in name only, so that's the most Sony thing I've ever seen. But yeah,
that's true. But you're setting up toxin in his reality. Like, why leave a cliffhanger?
Yeah,
when you're taking him out of that reality, which then asks the question: well, what's Morbius doing? What's the what's the Sony movies doing?
Yeah, that one makes no sense.
So it's like I'm not convinced this is permanent. I think this is literally just a. I say we want clout. It's this entire franchise is built off we want clout. So they want a movie purely for clout. So Venom and Spider-Man, yeah, people are gonna watch it.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing, looking at this thing from that angle. It's like, I get what they're doing. Yeah, Feige's probably going to have to play with Venom in one film, do whatever, and then they end up back to where they are. But the bigger problem is, how does this is like clearly in some way going to contradict Morbius and them meeting each other there, unless Morbius has been in the MCU the entire time, which again, we've heard multiple people involved with that production say that they were told that's exactly what it is. So it's like, oh yeah, we're in the MCU. The Avengers exist in this world. It's like, I'd like to think that Sony thought this through, but the timeline of events doesn't make sense because Morbius was shooting before the fallout and everything, and Disney was not going to let that film in. So.
Well, Andy Serkis has said, the entire time it was in flux whether Holland would be in the movie or not.
Yeah, they made a last
and he was supposed
call.
to have a role. It's just kind of like, okay, like, he was for Venom 2. What was the title going to be at one point?
Something love or something.
Yeah, love will tear us apart or something like that. Some song lyric, and it's just like, what are you, Andy Serkis? What are you doing?
You're better than this.
Who thought this was a good idea? So he was supposed to have a role. Then it was, from how they're talking about the end credit scene, is literally from the Spider-Man No Way Home reshoots. Like, I refuse to believe otherwise. So,
I mean, also the end credit scene, it looks like Sony just stuck their own camera, pointed at Holland, and said "act."
Yeah,
the original title was Venom 2. Love will tear us apart.
Yeah, that's the one. I mean, they don't care about this franchise in the slightest, and it shows.
No, they don't.
It shows. Why is Carnage like 7 foot tall? What the hell? What's going on there? Or why was he? I should say, you killed him off in the same movie you brought him in.
Why did he literally stop talking at one point and go, "Venom, let there be carnage"?
Don't. I had to pause the movie and step away at that point. I was like, no.
Yeah, it's I appreciate what they're trying to do. I appreciate that Marvel Studios is trying to work this in because it's the last leftover piece of the puzzle that they don't own. So it's like, look, we can make this all work. We can get it. And then bringing back all these other Spider-Men and everything, that's cool, that's great, but this feels more forced than anything. Like, that's how I felt watching the ending of Venom. I was like, this feels forced. Like,
it's one of those where it's like it's perfect timing because obviously you got No Way Home and a Doctor Strange spell going off. You just go, it's the spell. That's why he's in No Way Home for a brief second, and then he's somehow going to be the forgotten one, and credit scene for that movie is going to be him walking around or something like that. Like, you know, it's going to be something you don't like. He has to hang around for the crossover movie, which is clearly going to be.
Yeah.
If it's not, I'm going to be surprised.
I wonder if that's going to be
And-
the fourth Spider-Man that Marvel Studios does with Tom Holland. They're like, fine, we'll put Venom in here. We'll make it so it's actually good. And then you guys take Venom back.
Yeah. It's like, we're going to keep a little bit of Venom on Holland.
Yeah.
We're going to get him the black suit. Hardy's Venom can go back over there. Then we're going to do our own Venom.
And then Venom over there has his webs. You know, he can shoot webs. He now has the spider, so you guys can continue to play with that. And he's the lethal protector. And Holland stays here, and he's here. And yeah, we play with that element.
Right. When did Lethal Protector come out?
90s? Early 90s? Like
Yeah.
95?
So why in the movies do they say it's the 80s? It's just like you couldn't even be bothered to actually look up when Lethal Protector came out. It's just like, oh, come on, Circus.
Don't question it, Mitch. Don't do this.
I'm going to question it.
Yeah, fair enough.
1993, well into the. It wasn't even. You know,
so all that stuff was in the early 90s. So yeah, I don't know why I said.
say, if it was like 1990, fair enough. You can
Yeah.
make that mistake, but it's like, come on.
But
that's just me like rolling my eyes at this movie.
Yeah, legit though. Legit. Well, I suppose, you know, now everybody knows they're multiversing it together. We're probably gonna hear more about these plans and know a little more in a
And like the only thing that's weird to me is that I don't know why they chose to do that with the symbiote, saying that they have like a multi-dimensional consciousness.
Yes, they're clearly looking at Donny Cates' run, right? Because I know Carnage has been as that tool for longer than Cates' run, but it seems to be like a bit of a null situation.
Yeah. Yep.
Like they're making, even though they're clearly not doing the home world, and because they don't even get the home world name right. I don't know how they made this movie and called it Venom, but yeah, I assume making the symbiotes more of a galactic universal thing is them taking from that run.
Yeah, yeah. It's
what I want to know is why does he just he gets all aggressive when he sees him on the screen?
I don't. Yeah,
that's the only thing that I get from the multidimensional consciousness is that a version of Venom ran into a Peter Parker Spider-Man. That's the only reason he said that.
Yeah,
I'm saying it's got to be why.
That's exactly
no
how they're gonna explain it. And I mean, I really don't like the term Venomverse being used by everybody related to the Venom movies now, because it tells me that they're gonna try to do a Into the Venomverse film. It's like, oh no. Oh no,
It happened in the comics.
Yeah, it did.
Everyone got everyone got a symbiote.
God. Well, you know, we'll know more when No Way Home comes out, probably. I mean, we'll see what they were able to pull off, and then we'll know.
I would safely put money that he's in No Way Home.
I'm only saying for a post-credit scene, but yeah.
Because like I say this purely because there's obviously a Sinister Six.
Mm-hmm.
We know they're going for a six. We don't know who the six are. Why would they hide that? And then we have this movie right before this movie that's having villains from different universes come in that are related to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's too coincidental, and it's too easy for Sony to not jump in there and get the clout.
It's true. It's true. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do with it, but you know, I'm more interested in the Marvel side of it than the Sony side, because Sony just wants to apparently get to another giant crossover as fast as possible, and that did not work out before. They're just lucky Venom makes money. That's their whole thing. They're lucky. They got lucky. So
they're lucky China likes it.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
Well, no, I say that it's taking off in.
Made a lot more in America as well.
100 million.
Yeah.
No, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Every one of you.